Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for July 2022 for the collective as well as each individual life path number. So before we get into the reading, I wanted to let you know that I am now offering the Coaching with Numerology as a 60-minute phone session for U.S. customers only at this time. MP3 recorded sessions are still an option and still available for those outside of the U.S. or for anyone who prefers that option. Also, I am now offering personal month ahead numerology forecasts that include the PDF copy of the month in question, including each day of that month, and my recorded guidance for the month per the numerology. So if that is of interest to you, head on over to my website to book some time with me. The link is in the description box below. Okay, and as always, this forecast for July is a general reading. So again, please book some time with me for a personal in-depth look at your own numerology. Okay, so July is a 13-4 energy. This for me is really similar to sort of like Plutonian energy in a lot of ways. Death, metaphorical, of course. Transformation, rebirth energy. This is an energy that creates the compelling feeling for change, and not only change, but creation. Creating something beautiful from something desolate or difficult. This is an energy of, say, the lotus flower, something that takes time, perseverance, and desire to thrive, and finally blooming from the murky, muddy depths. This is using ingenuity and life force creatively to build a solid foundation of truth, honesty, and integrity from a space of passion and desire. So this isn't the easiest of energies to work with, only because it will require time, patience, and potential setbacks. However, the end result is the potential of some of the most beautiful, flourishing, lovely lotus flowers you've ever seen. So you could also think of the metaphor of the pearl. So the pearl is created inside of the mollusk or the shell, right? Is it the crab that does that? Anyway, I should know this, right? But it turns the sediment and the sand into something solid and unique and beautiful that brings joy and beauty to the lives of others. That is 13-4 energy. That is the potentiality of 13-4 energy. So as a cycle, we have this energy for July taking place within a 6 universal year. So areas of emphasis now for where this could show up could be around home and family life, love, such as how we love, how we show up to love, how we love ourselves, and or how open we are to receiving love, right? So a lot could be come in around love at this time. So this could bring change and transformation and rebirth to relationships, and also through our individual contributions to our greater community now. 13-4 is also very Venusian and divine feminine energy. So we may see things surface in a very transformative way around the actual earth, around nature, receptivity and stillness, more nurturing energy surfacing, or emphasis on global relationships in general. That could all come into focus now. So this is an invitation to sink into the softer side of life while also standing within your own truth and feminine strength, regardless of gender. This is a strong energy of creation stemming from the space of love, equality, and equity for all. If there is something you have wanted to create that could become a legacy for you or others, this is a very supportive energy for this. So follow your heart and your intuition. That's very 13-4 energy, even when it becomes challenging. And this energy will eventually reward you for your perseverance and your efforts. If you need a reminder of the possibilities, read more about the lotus flower And let that be your mantra this month. It is very rare that anything happens quickly under 4 energy, but typically things created or initiated under this energy have the very strong possibility of not only standing the test of time, but also bringing much success. So what that success looks like will be different for each person because each person's idea of success varies. So this month ushers in the supportive energy for building and creating something incredibly beautiful from something seemingly ugly or from nothing. So as always, it's what we do with the energy that makes all of the difference. So you are the magician of your own life. What will you do with your magic? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at each individual life path number now. Life path number 9. So I pulled an animal message for you all, and you got owl spirit. And so this actually ties in really beautifully with sort of the undercurrent energy that you all may be working with in July, which is 7 energy. Collectively, we'll be working with a 13-4 energy, and you will feel that. And most of you will feel that or see, that come through in some way. However, 9s are also sort of working again with like this undercurrent energy of the 7. And so owl works so beautifully with the energy of the 7. 7 energy is very like psychic, hidden realms, working with the more mystical side of things, as well as the practical side of things, right? As the bridge between the more metaphysical and the physical energies. And so for owl message to come through for you, I think that's just so beautiful. It's just really asking you to really pay attention to the unseen, because you think about owls and they do most of their hunting at night, although they can see very, very, perfectly at night, right? So it's like breaking through the illusions, seeing through the illusions, seeing through, getting to the truth of the matter through the murkiness, right? And like diving deeper. And learning to trust the things that you don't have all the answers for just yet, or trusting the magic, trusting the unseen, if it feels right, right? So with owl, there's definitely this energy of some sort of like prophecy coming through for you, some kind of secrets being unveiled, right? Like coming to the surface, getting clarity around some kind of a situation, seeing more clearly what maybe was, again, that you couldn't see before, right? Or that you didn't have all the answers to or all the information yet. And so I do think that this could be a month where a lot of that might come to the surface, and that will allow you to decide how you want to move forward. That will open up the door for you basically to move through if you choose to do that. So there's definitely something again around the hidden realms, around the hidden experience, the things that we can't see, but we know to be true. You know what I mean? So pay attention to those things that come in for you and you're like, I can feel this. I know this is true, even if the external or the physical reality looks so different. Sometimes our imagination can get the best of us, but with 7 energy and owl energy coming through, you are very much supported for, like I said, just kind of leaning into the unseen, leaning into the things that you really feel there's a connection there, or there's something more to the story, or whatever it is. You follow your intuition this month. Follow those sort of psychic breadcrumbs that come through for you this month, because there is something there for you. Okay, so the month of July for you all, like I said, there's sort of this undercurrent energy of the 7. And so one thing that really came into focus for you all is really around like the holistic body. So body, mind, spirit. So it may be this month that you find some kind of new regimen that you want to commit to. You may decide that you want some more alone time, more solitude, which is really interesting and I think very much needed for 9s because, 9s a lot of times, like I said, it's a humanitarian energy. It's meant to be out in the world. It's meant to be more extroverted in a way, or at least your work is. because it's meant to be helping other people, right? It's a very selfless kind of energy. And so I think it's really important to pay attention when you're working with 7 energy coming through, because it kind of gives you the added permission, not that you need permission, but it gives you the permission to take that alone time, take that solitude wherever you can get it. And it is a form of self-care, and it is very much needed to rejuvenate, to decide your next steps without having to constantly take into consideration everybody else, right? So I would say that is a very strong focus for you all this month. Again, really paying attention to what you need, body, mind, spirit, right? Learning, studies, any kind of truth-seeking, investigation, legal matters, contracts, any of that can be coming to the surface now to really be explored. So this would be a great time for learning a new language, learning to become, putting your studies towards becoming the expert at something. Great time for that. And then again, like I said, kind of the truth-seeking, like not just taking things at face value, but also following your intuition, like really kind of combining the two. So following your intuition and also really taking a close look at what's being presented to you. I think that's going to be important for you all as well. There's also this energy, of course, around the more metaphysical, the esoteric exploration, really sort of taking an opportunity to explore that, to focus on that, and I don't know, just experience it, just experiment with it and see what comes through for you. Pay attention to your dreams this month. Pay attention to, if someone says something or you're listening to a song on the radio, and a lyric stands out for you, maybe pay attention to that. Like I said, this is a lot of sort of more ethereal energy with owl energy and the 7 energy coming through for you all this month so strongly. So there's definitely things that could feel sort of hidden or unclear that you may have an opportunity to shed light on, to see much more clearly at this time and get that clarity, which can feel really good, obviously, right? This is going to be a time again for focusing on trust. So trusting self, trusting others, and trusting the universe. So again, trusting the unseen. When it comes to trusting others, not putting people through the rigmarole to make them prove that they're worthy of your trust, but giving the people that you meet or the people in your life a clean slate to show you who they are, to not bring forth those sort of biases from past experiences and putting those on the people that you are interacting with now. Let those people show you who they are, right? And if they're showing you that they are, not trustworthy, then there's your information, right? Then go with that. But if you're just automatically putting that label on them because of an experience from a past trauma or past injustice or whatever, you're not doing anyone any service. You're not doing yourself service or them service. So it's actually an in-service. So pay attention to how you trust, right? Like, what do you require from other people to give them trust? Like they say, trust is earned, but really that just sets us up for failure, because if everybody that we meet has to prove to us that we can trust them, it's kind of like we could be missing out on a really beautiful experience. And so I say, give them a clean slate, let them show you who they are, let them show you, what they bring to the table. But trust them from the beginning type thing. And it also goes, and there's a sense of, there's a level of vulnerability to that, right? And so it's not easy, of course. But just, this is the energy you're kind of being asked to work with this month. There's also this energy around trusting yourself. So when you make a decision, trust that decision. Trust yourself in knowing what it is that you need in this moment, even if you don't have all the answers, right? Even if there's not full clarity, even if things are still unseen. Learn to trust yourself. And, if it turns out differently than anticipated, that's okay. Roll with the punches and move do whatever you need to do at that point to make adjustments. But I think we struggle, I think as humans, we struggle to trust ourselves and trust our decisions. And we're always waiting for the other shoe to drop type thing. And really we need to get to a space. It'll be a much more comfortable space when we can trust ourselves. And, it's an empowering move. Okay. And yeah, just try not to overthink so much this month. Give yourself permission to release the analytical skills in a sense, right? When it comes to not completely, but when it comes to just over analyzing everything, right? Like thinking that making more out of a situation than there needs to be. And it goes back to seeing things beyond the illusion, right? And that includes the illusion of the stories that we've created in our minds. So definitely try not to overthink this month. If you catch yourself overthinking, then take some time to do something to take your mind off of that, or to change the thought, or to redirect in some way. Because overthinking and overanalyzing is going to keep you from really exploring the more ethereal, right? Because there's certain things in the unseen that cannot be overly analyzed, right? Because you'll just drive yourself mad. So interesting energies coming through for you all, but you may, like I said, owl spirit is here to help you to, again, trust yourself, to trust moving through an experience where it's unseen, right? Like it's unknown, where you are kind of just taking it baby steps, step by step, as you move through the experience, to get to the other side type thing, or to see what's next, go on the next adventure type thing. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful. I think this could be a really intuitive, very spiritual, psychic month for you all. The opportunities will definitely be there. So it's, again, what we do with the energy, but definitely I would say the key for you all this month is the top priority is going to be the holistic health. So body, mind, spirit, and taking that alone time if you need it, setting those healthy boundaries if you need to. I think that's going to be important. Okay, so I hope it's a beautiful month for you all. Thank you so much for listening. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.